Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, book review. Yeah, and I know at the end of the last, comic book review for Immortal Hulk, I was like, see you next time in Immortal Hulk, and that will be the next comic I review, but I wanted to get some of these out of the way, because these novels have kind of been piling up, and I want to get some, off the table, so to speak. So today we're actually reviewing a classic. It's not a novel, it's a novella. The novel, maybe I should do a video on the history of the novel, because lots of classic books you would think are novels, but they're actually often short stories and novellas, because the novel was once considered, not the thing to do. But, today we're talking about a classic work of horror that isn't really a work of horror. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know if I'm going to put just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as the title of the video, or the full thing, The Strange Case of. I might just do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde just to kind of keep the title a little shorter, But the full title is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It is by Robert Louis Stevenson. I hope I pronounced that right. It's not like Robert Louis Stevenson or anything, is it? I'm pretty sure I got the Louis right. But, many people know it as the classic, horror story because they've seen all the movie adaptations. I've seen several myself, I've seen several adaptations of this, from Universal to Hammer, even Russell Crowe in that Mummy movie. But it's pretty whack. It's pretty wild. So we have this, it's a sci-fi book, but you don't know it's a sci-fi book till the end. So in all these modern adaptations, and not even modern ones, even like the original Jekyll and Hyde film, which was silent, in all of those you see the first transformation, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are the same person, from the start. Everybody knows that. It's not a spoiler. It's just part of our cultural zeitgeist, part of the collective consciousness of humanity now. Everybody and their mother knows Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are the same person. They just transform into each other. The people who read this book back in the day did not know that. It is not revealed until the end. The whole thing is a mystery. They're like, why is Dr. Jekyll, this well-known man, this good man, why does he seem to be so connected to this horrible Mr. Hyde person? Why? And there's nothing in the book, it's foreshadowed so well, and it's incredibly done. I love the writing style here. And it's basically like Jekyll's lawyer and stuff trying to figure out why he left everything to Mr. Hyde all of a sudden, and all this crazy shit. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And here's the thing. Even going into it 100% fully knowing the big twist at the end, it was still incredibly enjoyable. That's how good this book is. I've said like I said in the last video, which was over the King Kong 1933 novelization, I've said in many videos that I just like old books, not because I'm like a snob that's like, oh, old books are superior, because I do prefer newer ones. But I like the writing style of these older books, I love the writing styles, and a lot of these classic stories, once again, are short. I got through this in like an hour, maybe a little over an hour, and I finished it. Super easy read. It's public domain. You can find it a lot of places just for free. Mine was free. It's pretty great. It's pretty excellent. I mean, you've got mystery, it's got murder. It's a wild ride, even if you know the ending, and that's pretty damn impressive. I don't know what more I can say about it, because it's just such a well-known thing, but I do definitely recommend reading it. I think there might be at least one free version of it on Audible Premium, quote unquote free version, included in your subscription on Audible, so check that out if you got Audible. But yeah, that's it for The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This one is kind of short, that, is that. But I'm going to bounce. The next book review will probably be over Dinosaur Lake 3 by Catherine Mayer Griffith. And we'll get to that later. So that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all next time.